Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing 10 makeup products that I cannot live without. I could live without them, but I don't want to live without them. So these are 10 things that I would go out, repurchase without thinking. Only 10 products. I had more than 10, but I changed my mind and decided to narrow it down to just my top 10. So these are my holy grails. If I lost them, if I ran out of them, I would buy them again, no questions asked. If you're new here, my name is Blair. I do all kinds of beauty and makeup content here on YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I hope you'll subscribe and let's get started. Product number one, of course, has to be a color corrector. If you know me, you know I don't ever do my makeup without color corrector. It's a non-negotiable step in makeup for me, and I try a lot of them. I have a lot of them that I love, but if I had to pick the one that I love the most, at least right now, this kind of changes sometimes, but this is the one I would go out and buy again. The Huda Beauty Faux Filter Color Corrector in Cherry Blossom. Now I do have this in Pink Pomelo as well. Pink Pomelo came out before Cherry Blossom. I did a whole video just on the Cherry Blossom shade and comparing it. But this is my holy grail right now. I've been through other holy grails in the past and I still love them, but this is the one I'm reaching for consistently when I want my makeup to look good. I don't want to think about it. This is the one I'm reaching for. This one is very pink, and the reason I like that is that works well for red, blue, purple under my eyes. Not only can you use this as a traditional corrector where you apply it first and then you go in with your concealer on top, this is a great mixing product. So you can do a dot of this and a dot of your concealer and blend them together, and you'll get a little bit of the color correction, a little bit of your concealer shade, and that's a way to apply the product without doing layers of product. So you get a little bit of both benefits. I love doing that. I also love it just underneath my concealer, but this is a great formula. It is so thin and lightweight. That's what I love most about it. It's the most lightweight formula that I own. It's seamless on the skin. It is not a thick or a heavy product. It's very, very thin, very hydrating, and it works beautifully with all of my concealers that I wear. So I would absolutely go out and buy this. I have one thing that I have to mention because this is the one thing I don't like about this product. I would still go out and buy it, but this corrector gets really dirty and messy around the edge. Like, do you see all that product that's spilled out there? That happened to me with my other one too, the Pink Pomelo shade. I just deal with it because I love the product so much, but just know it does get a little bit messy around the edges, but it is my holy grail color corrector. Right. Moving on to product number two. This will probably not be a surprise if you're familiar with my videos, but I could get rid of all my concealers, all of them, and just have this one, the Natasha Denona Hy-Glam. This, in all the years I've been trying makeup, I've done YouTube for 4.5 years now. This is my favorite concealer ever. I've never loved a concealer as much as this. I try new things, I go through phases with things, but I would be shocked if something comes along and dethrones this. It's everything, it's perfection. I have two of them. I have N2 and RN3. Typically I use N2 on my face, RN3 under my eyes, and then kind of in my T-zone. I don't even know what else to say about it other than this is perfection in my eyes. It is a thin concealer, but it is very pigmented. You can absolutely get a full coverage with this with very little product. That is not always the case with concealers that are a thinner texture. Usually, the thinner the texture, you kind of sacrifice the coverage. With this, you get a thinner texture, but you get a lot of pigment. That is not the norm. That is not the norm. And this concealer wears beautifully under the eyes and on my face as foundation. I have so many times just worn these on my face with my color corrector, but not with another base product. I also love, and this is what I did today, I love using a light coverage foundation or a skin tint or tinted moisturizer. And then where I need more coverage, use this in those areas. That's my favorite everyday kind of application method with these. This concealer is talked about a lot, and in this case, I think it actually is worth all the hype that it gets. I don't want to use anything else, honestly. I try new things, I like other concealers, but at the end of the day, currently I could get rid of everything and just keep these. And I would be so happy because this is one of the best concealer formulas out there on the market. Number 3 is the base product that I have on today. And again, this may not shock you. The Estee Lauder Double Wear Sheer. If I could only have one base product, that would make me sad. But if I could only pick one, I would choose this. I have 2 because both of these shades kind of work for me. Today I have on 1 and 2. But I also have 2 in 1, and I can wear either. I think right now 1 and 2 is the best match for me, but this is so thin and lightweight, but it lasts so long on your skin. I don't know why. I guess it's because it's from the Double Wear line. It just has a lot of staying power. A lot of staying power. So you don't sacrifice longevity for having a thinner formula with this one. It gives decent coverage though. It's not a medium coverage, but it's a solid, I would say, light medium. If you build it up a little bit, it's beautiful. It also has a soft matte finish. That is not common for a lighter coverage base product like this. Usually they tend to run glowy or at least more of a natural finish. This one is more of a soft matte. Another thing I would say about this is ideal for me because my favorite way of wearing makeup on a daily basis is using a light coverage all over my face. And then if I want more coverage, using a concealer that has more coverage like the Natasha Denona. So those two together, that is what I love for everyday makeup. Light coverage paired with a concealer with higher coverage in areas where I need it. So those are my 2. If I had to pick 2 base products, those would be the 2. I love them. This does have SPF 19 in it. It's not very high SPF. I don't really know why it has that, to be honest, but these are fantastic. I mean, honestly, when I apply this, I typically just kind of drop it on my skin and blend it that way. It's such an easy product and it's a beautiful product. I can't speak highly enough about product. Number 4 is a powder, and this is actually relatively new product to me, but I have been using it nonstop for the last probably 6 months, and it's my new favorite. It's my new favorite. This powder from NYX. I know I sound like a broken record, but this is so good. This is so good. I am using this over everything. Over everything. I like this more. This is the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop powder in the shade Light. And this is such a beautiful powder. It mattifies, it blurs, but it doesn't look heavy. I am someone that prefers a pressed powder. I don't mind a loose powder, but if I had to pick pressed or loose, I would choose a pressed powder. I'm not really sure why, but I always tend to gravitate towards a pressed powder. And I've been picking this over everything. I've been using this over Kosas. I used to be ride or die for Kosas Cloud Set, and I still think that's a great powder, but I've been reaching for this. I've been reaching for this. It is absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend, and I feel that this does not get the hype it deserves. In fact, this was in my 10 underrated makeup products video. If you saw that, this was one of the products. I would absolutely 100% go out and buy this again when I run out. That's how much I love it. Highly, highly recommend. Number 5 is another just fantastic product that I love and use so much, and it's the Skin Enhancer from Makeup by Mario. I know a lot of people love this product, and this is another thing that I do think is worth the hype. Mainly for its sheerness, but in the best way. I don't mean sheer in the sense that it doesn't have any payoff or anything like that. It's just the perfect amount of color, balminess, and glowiness that just looks like one with your skin. This is so thin and balmy and just buttery that when you apply it, it looks like your skin is actually this color. It doesn't look like, oh, she's applied a cream bronzer, or oh, she's applied something harsh, something that looks like makeup. This looks like one with your skin, like it is your skin. You can't mess it up. You cannot mess this up. Even if you've never used a cream product in your life, maybe you're scared of cream bronzer, you can't mess this up. I use the shade Light Medium, and I love this shade because it's warm, but it's not, I would say it's neutral, actually. I wouldn't even call it a warm undertone. I would say it's more neutral. He does have other shades that are warmer. I believe the shade Light is a little bit on the warmer side. This one is more on the neutral, slightly cool side, but not a contour. I love it. As you can see, I use mine all the time. When I run out of this, I will absolutely buy another one. I mean, this is just one of the best bronzing type products on the market. If you want something easy, fast, sheer, just a little bit of color for your everyday makeup routine, this is perfect. Number 6 is a blush, and this was an easy choice. I didn't have to think about this really. I had to think about the shade. I didn't have to think about the product. If I could only have one blush in my collection, it would be this one. This is the Patrick Ta Blush Duo. If you know me, you know how much I love these. I have almost every single shade. And if I had to choose one, in fact, I get this question a lot on Instagram. People will DM me and ask me what shade is my favorite or what shade I would recommend, which one I use the most. The one I use the absolute most is this one. This is She's That Girl. And this is a pink, but it has some warmth. So it's not the blue toned, like bright, electric pink that's been really popular for a long time. It's not that. He does have shades that are like that. She's Giving is like that. She's a Doll is a little bit more like that. But this is a warmer pink, and it has just a hint of peach. I mean, just a hint. It's mainly pink. It's warm. It's just my perfect blush shade. I have on both today. I have the powder on and then the cream tapped over the top. These are very pigmented, so if you do apply both, I do typically go back over it with a sponge or my foundation brush just to tone it down a little bit, but these are just perfection. I love that you get the powder and the cream together. I think he is actually about to launch new shades in the next few days. Maybe they'll be up by the time this video goes up. I don't know. But I think he's about to launch a new shade that I'm gonna love. It's like a pinky nude. We'll see. But if I had to pick one, She's That Girl is my favorite. They're long lasting on me. You can wear the cream and set it with the powder, or you can do the powder and then just tap a little bit of the cream on the top. So you get that skin-like finish that I personally love. These are fantastic. I love them. I have almost all of them. I have another one right here. She's Wanted, which I also love. This is one of the newer shades, but this one is great too. But if I had to pick just one, I would pick She's That Girl. Number 7 is the ABH Brow Powder. I've said it so many times, but I'm going to say it again. I don't think I'm going to use another brow product, to be honest. I will be shocked if something, unless maybe someone releases a different brow powder, but I feel like brow powders that's not a product you see often being released anymore. But this is just perfect. The color, amazing. I wear medium brown in this, and I don't know if it will show on camera, but I have already made quite a dent in this, and I have only had this since the last Sephora sale. So when was that? October, November, end of October, 1st of November. This is Holy Grail, 100%. I won't go anywhere without it. If I run out, I will buy another one. I don't feel like I need anything else. And I have a lot of brow pencils. I'm just not using them anymore. I like the effect of a powder. I think it looks the most natural. It's long lasting. It gives me that really like my brows, but just a little bit better, which is what I personally like in a brow product. I don't like harsh, drawn on, really intense looking brows. I like a fluffy, natural as possible brow. And that is what this gives me. So this is just a non-negotiable product for me now. Number 8, the Victoria Beckham Satin Kajal liners. I've said this before as well, but I've been bitten by the Victoria Beckham bug. I love that brand. I love so many of the products. These are newer to me in the last few months, but I cannot see myself not owning these, but I can see myself getting rid of all my other eyeliners. If I didn't do YouTube, I probably would, to be honest. I would keep these and collect more of them. Today, I have on both today, but I have 2. I have cinnamon and cocoa. Cinnamon is, if I had to pick one, I would pick cinnamon because it's such a beautiful shade of brown. I will insert the swatches here, or here's the swatch. That's cinnamon there, and cocoa. But I love cinnamon on like the outer half of my lash line, kind of applied really just haphazardly, and then take a brush and really smudge it out, add more, smudge it out. That's what I did today, and I just love it. It gives you the look of definition on your eyes, but it's such a soft tone of brown. It's very natural looking. It defines your eyes without being too much, without being super intense. And then I like to use cocoa in the waterline just to give my lashes that thick look. And it's just perfect. I love it. Every time I do this on my eyes, I've done it in several videos. I love how it looks. I'm happy that I tried these out a few months ago, but I'm also kind of sad about it because now I just want these. I want these and I want more of them. I want more of them. I want all of them. I think this last holiday, Victoria Beckham had like the Satin Kajal Vault. Did you guys see that? It's like a cup. You get a little leather cup full of them and you get all the shades. It was very expensive. I want to say it was like $300, but I would love to have all of these. That's how much I love them. Number 9 is a mascara, and it's the e.l.f. Lash and Roll. My favorite everyday mascara. If I had to pick one, it would be this one. I have others that I like, but for everyday, this is exactly what I love. It's lengthening and it's separating and it's brown. It's a really nice, soft shade of brown. It's fantastic. It is definitely a dupe for Benefit Roller Lash, and I don't say that about a lot of products. I don't say a lot of things are dupes that other people claim are dupes, but this one actually is. This is better in my opinion because this one actually comes in brown. And I've had 3 or 4 of these at this point, but I absolutely love this mascara for every day. It's a staple. I can't be without it. It has a curved wand. It looks like this, and it's perfect. If you like a soft lash, this does not add a lot of volume, but for every day, I'm not typically looking for a ton of volume. I like something more for separation and length. This is what that gives me. It does not smudge, and it is easy to remove. I don't think they could have done any better with this mascara, to be honest. I will always, always, always have this in my makeup bag. And the last product, number 10, is a lip product. This was also a pretty easy choice. I am very much a lip gloss kind of person, more so than lipstick. I love lipstick. I love lip products, but if I had to pick a type of lip product, I would choose a lip gloss, like a true lip gloss. And my favorite for a long time has been the Dior Maximizer. This is the Lip Maximizer in the shade 38 Rose Nude. Now this is one of the newer shades. This came out when Dior re-released the Lip Maximizers, and I got one of them. This is the only re-released one I actually have. All my other ones are in the older packaging, but I love this for the formula. The shade, it does tingle just a tiny, tiny bit, but it is not painful at all. It's very minor. Like you might not even notice it, but this shade with anything, truly, it just goes with everything. It's the perfect rosy nude. It's not too pink. It's not too brown. It's perfect and I love it. I honestly keep this in my purse most of the time because I always know if I have this, it really doesn't matter what I have on my lips. I can just put this on and it goes with everything, truly. I have 4, maybe 5 of the Dior lip maximizers, but this one's my favorite. And truly, if I had to only keep one lip gloss, it would be this one. I love them all. I love lip products, but this one is my absolute favorite. This shade is kind of like a My Lips, but better color. My lips are naturally a little bit of a rosier pink shade, and that's what this is. But it gives shine. It's not sticky. Gives a little bit of plumping, but not too much. And the shade is perfect. So I would absolutely go out and buy this again. Those are the top 10 products that I do not want to be without. If I lost them, I'd buy them again. If I ran out, I would buy them again. They are truly my holy grail products. I'd love to know from you, what are some of your holy grails? If you lost it, if you ran out, you would not even think about it. You would go out and buy them again. Let me know what they are in the comments. I will have all of these things listed in the description box for you. They are affiliate links that support my channel if you shop through them. I hope you'll subscribe and follow me over on Instagram at simply.blair and TikTok simply.blair1. And I will see you next time. Remember, simply be you. Bye.